Hostile broadcast detected.
Agents, I told you, Isaac. Sorry. All the voices in my head are starting to sound the same. I told you, Mel had nothing to worry about, and that you'd have his partner back with him in no time. Same way you rescued his wife from the outcasts at Kenley when they tried to force her to make IEDs after her team Proteus got captured, when an agent she can't remember told her to go there with the mobile shade server, albeit never showing up. I know, there's a few question marks, but nevertheless, Jack was brought back from Kenley unscathed, very much like this time around from Capitol Hill. Now she can get back to helping out at the farm and making sure the food storage wing of the castle settlement is nice and stocked. Perhaps when she settles in and gets a little caught up with her partner Mel, she could lend a hand and get your glitchy shade server stable again. I hear Cindy and Wally and even Agent Johnson haven't had any luck figuring out what the issue is with its range and connectivity. But I guess one more set of suspicious hands won't hurt, even if they've been at it for a little bit without making any headway. Apparently they've been dealing with the server overloading or interference or whatever since when? Since Mari came? It's almost as if a rescue corresponded with the server crapping out. Either that or Johnson showing up out of nowhere has something to do with it. Silly times. But a time to be thankful nonetheless. I mean, the settlement gets back Jack Arnold, a former federal law enforcement personnel who was part of the National Guard and eventually an engineer with the JTF. An engineer, mind you, who was able to recover some pretty interesting recordings. Recordings where you get to hear Calvin McManus and some of his dealings with Natalia Sokolova, where Natalia pretty much implicates herself in moving former Speaker of the House Andrew Ellis up the chain, all the way up to President, by bumping then President Mendez out the way, at least until Ellis started to overstep his business arrangement. And I know this is sort of old news to you, but unless my timeline is all screwed up, it kind of seems that Manny sat on this info since Kenley College, and he didn't fully let you agents in on the particulars. Maybe it's just a little oversight. I mean, the poor guy is overextended, waiting on his kid to be born among other things. But I don't know. Maybe I figure he'd be a little bit more transparent with you guys, since you are carrying the bulk load of the field work. Thought at the very least he could get you a working GPS for this latest rescue op. Regardless of having to run around in circles, you agents move closer to potentially unmasking Calvin McManus' the recruiter. That sounds as cringy as when Calvin McManus said it. Anyway, enjoy finding the gifts laying around town. I ain't Santa, but I'll be watching.